Welcome back, everyone, to the Okali Film Room. Chris Becker joined here with Sudeep Tumma. Got three plays for you guys to break down from the 21-20 win for Oklahoma State over Boise State on the Smurf turf. This first play, we got 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter. OSU down 10-0, facing a 1st and 10. I think it's their second drive of the game. Spencer Sanders is going to take the snap, hand it off to Jalen Warren, and he will do the rest. 75 yards untouched. Sudeep, what made this play work?
Man, I mean, you start here with the offensive line. Obviously, with Jalen Warren, you're going to see this and the traits that make him special. But here, it's just the blocking. I mean, you got Cole Birmingham. I think he's really settled in well. I think Hunter Woodard being at right guard was a good impact. But watch this here. Even Braden Cassidy makes a nice block, right? You start off, and I think number one thing I want to highlight is Cole Birmingham on that left tackle spot, right next to Josh Sills. Watch him. Watch this little block. He goes right at the legs, right? And that lineman is just going to go straight down. Now, when you have that, you have Josh Sills, who's going to make, it's a zone run to the right? So each of these guys is taking up a zone, and they're all heading on the outside zone to that right. But Josh Sills over here, he's going to make, by the play design, he's going to make a little chip block, and then he's going to go out to the second level. But here, because of the block that Birmingham makes, it gives Sills just, you can just shove him off with his arm and go down to the second level. And when he gets to second level, he matches that linebacker. I believe it's Ezekiel Noah, who is one of their best talented or most talented linebackers out there. And when he gets out there, he just lays that block. But then let's go back, right? Watch Danny Gutlewski, the center over here. He just makes a nice, intelligent play. You see the lineman, the nose tackle that he's lined up against. As soon as the ball snapped, he's just dragging this guy. I mean, nose tackle knows the play is going to the right, to that play side. And that nose tackle just continues shoving off to the left, and Gutlewski keeps him at bay and lets the momentum kind of carry him that way. And you see there's just a hole that develops right there. And watch Hunter Woodard. He's right there. He doesn't have anyone to block, right? He goes out there and makes a little block. But watch this, right? Even Braden Cassidy on the outside picks up the defensive end, Shane Irwin, I believe. Yeah, you got Cassidy over there. He makes a nice block on that side. And then all of a sudden, you just got great blocking. And Rashad Owens goes on a route. The cornerback sticks with him. So you leave another side open right there. And the linebacker next to Noah goes out to the edge, right? And then it leaves just a wide open gap. And then you're going to see Warren and what kind of makes him special. He gets out, and you see the burst, the acceleration, just straight line speed. And obviously, he's got great vision. We're going to see that. But I mean, right here, he's just going out, right? I mean, just look at this, the burst. We've seen a lot of different things with him. We've seen just the cut ability, his ability, his vision, his contact balance, all these things. But here, when you've got blocking like this, all you're doing is just using your speed and nothing else, like we used to see Truba Hubbard do in 2019.
Right, and I swear, I'm sure you've seen this. Brennan Presley, I think, runs more in like pre-snap yards than anybody I've seen. I don't know if you remember Jake Stoops from the OSU game last year.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have like any yards on the stat sheet, but he ran probably 200 yards pre-snap, and that's what we've seen a lot from Brennan Presley this year. And I think that also draws eyes to his side, because he's a lethal threat with the ball in his hand, especially when he has all this blue field in front of him where he can pick up his speed. So that draws more eyes to the right side of the field or top side of the field, and Jalen Warren able to do his thing.
Yeah, and
completely just make everyone miss.
Yeah, on this play, you're going to see Presley shift in from that slot. He's going to come inside, low motion, and then go out to the outside. And this is one of those things that OSU will do, right? They'll move him, a lot of pre-snap motion. They'll move him left to right. They'll get not only the defense's eyes moving, but they will hand Presley the ball. They'll throw in the ball in space because, like we said last week, his skill isn't contested catches, getting down the field and showing off his ball skills. That's not his strength. He's not going up and catching 50-50 balls. You get him the ball in space, you get him the ball, you hand him off the ball, you do whatever you want. Get him the ball in his hands and he will make plays because he's explosive. And you're over there. Obviously, this doesn't have too much of a underlying impact on this play, but yeah, just having that over and over again, it's another thing the defense has to account.
Mm-hmm. That Rashad Owens block right there is very crucial to cut the safety and slow him down.
And you just see Warren off and off. And there's no one's going to catch him, right? I mean, again, the O-line's great, and that's why you're able to get those first initial 15, 20 yards, but also just the straight line speed, and that's what kind of makes a guy like this special.
Right, in this next play, we got Spencer Sanders going to take the snap with 12 seconds left in the first half. OSU's only down by 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. He's going to take the snap. He's going to run to the bottom side of your screen, and he's going to score a touchdown. Kind of a little tougher than Jalen Warren's. Got a couple more contact with some defenders, but made it look relatively easy, and OSU took the lead.
At this point, I don't know the exact number that Jalen Warren of yards, touchdowns he's picked up, but he's obviously made an impact to this point, right? And this Boise State defense, they're trying to hone in on Jalen Warren. And watch this. It's not that there's no zone read here. This is a play. This is going to be a QB counter, design run all the way. But it's just the impact of having Jalen Warren there. Watch this Boise State defense, especially the linebackers. Right? Watch this man. Takes one step forward. Watch the entire play side is going that way. Look at the offensive line. They're all going that way. It looks like a zone run just simply based on the O-line. For obviously, he's not trying to pretend to hand it off here. Spencer isn't. But it's all that. And you see the motion all go that way. It sucks him in. Hunter Woodard comes out, pulls out from that, and he makes a block. But before that, watch this play. This is something that kind of caught my eye. Jake Springfield is lined up left of Cole Birmingham. You have 3 linemen left of your center and 1 right of your center. And Braden Cassidy's out there. Yeah, I had to look at this many times. I'm just sitting there thinking, is this even legal? But I guess it is. But you have, so your strong side's clearly marked there, and you have Braden Cassidy there too. So you have all your blockers that way. But when the play immediately goes to the right side, that Boise State defense gets sucked that way. And they're doing everything they can to stop Jalen Warren from getting, I believe, his 3rd touchdown. And because of that, you just have Spencer who's going to take that ball and go the opposite way, right? Simple, just misdirection and go. And now Warren makes a little block there. Cassidy sticks himself. Woodard doesn't even get to the other side. He just makes a block on whoever's there. And now you got all this open gap. And remember, Spencer is an explosive athlete with the ball in his hands. But watch these receivers. This is kind of something that I thought was really interesting. You see here Brennan Presley and I believe it's Bryson Green at the bottom of the screen. Watch Presley. Watch his block over here. He is out there. He's a small guy, right? And he's sticking out there. And these were the little things that when I always talked about nuances in his offense, with all that youth, sometimes you'd have a missed block over here, right? Those little things, the difference between a 2-yard run and sometimes a 20-yard run. And now for Spencer, obviously he has all this gap. But yeah, just strength on the stiff arm and he gets in the end zone.
Yeah, mid number 0, probably wish he wouldn't have gone that way. But Jalen Warren just kind of checked number 0 just enough to let Spencer get to the outside to be able to stiff arm him. And Spencer's shirt's stretchy, so that kind of helped a little bit too.
Yeah, and that's J.L. Skinner, their talented safety who leads them in tackles.
He made a couple big plays. He almost killed Brennan Presley later in the game, but this gave OSU the lead, and it was the last time that anyone scored that game. Jumping back to the first quarter here for this final play, 4:31 left, 3rd and 6, Boise State with the ball. Hank Bockenmeyer is going to drop back, and Brock Martin's going to come from the top of your screen, I believe, and he'll get to him. He gets low and gets around the tackle and takes Bockenmeyer down.
Yeah, and we'll look at that sack in just half a second, but what I want to highlight first is the coverage. Watch this look, right? This is the standard look that OSU is going to throw at you. 4-2-5, right? You got the 2 linebackers, the 2 cornerbacks playing off, and you got the 3 safeties. That's OSU's base look. What Jim Knowles and his defense do so well, which is partially scheme, partially personnel, is that they will show you the same look, and then they'll rotate it out to completely different directions. This is a man-to-man look, and it's a cover 2 look, but it's not with the 2 safeties going deep. It's with the 2 linebackers covering into that zone in the middle, where around that yellow line, around that first down marker. So the first thing you're going to see, there's a lot going on, so keep up with me. Jason Taylor, you're going to see him spin down, right? You see the running back going out on that swing route. You see Jason Taylor immediately come down. Then you have Malcolm Rodriguez, Devin Harper settling into that zone there. Christian Holmes sticking on his guy. You have Jarek Bernard-Converse, who's going to let his receiver get by him, and Colby Harville is going to pick him up. And then you have Jarek Bernard-Converse stepping in to cover that slot receiver, right? So you're going to watch that, and you're going to see all the different things moving here. And then you got Tanner McAllister picking up that man in the slot. So what you got here is you just guys completely shifting, confusing that defense, and then you have the 2 linebackers over there settling into that zone. Right in that middle. But this is what I'm talking about. Down and distance, situational awareness. Not only by Knowles, but by these players. You're obviously 3rd and 6. You can let them complete a pass. But all you want to do is stop them before they get to that first down marker. And look at this. You have 4. Obviously, Jason Taylor is going to come down. But right now, you have 5 guys right at that first down marker sticking there. And you have the 2 safeties behind him. And watch the receivers settle down for Boise State. They get right down on those curls, on those hooks. And that's where Bachmeier is looking. He's looking to get that ball out before the pass rush goes. And watch Jarek Bernard-Converse. He sticks down there where he needs to. Devin Harper is near a guy. Malcolm Rodriguez is there. It's good technique by everyone. Christian Holmes, right? All these guys are here. And then you're going to see Tanner McAllister. You're not going to see it on the screen, but he picks up that receiver really well. And then you just let Brock Martin get there. And that's why you watch Bachmeier. Look, he's looking to the right, looks to the left, gets taken down. And now we'll watch Brock Martin what he does. Because, again, this is just a 4-man front. This is a 4-man pressure. This is just your standard thing. No blitzing, no anything. Obviously, Jim Knowles does a great job bringing the heat, disguising blitzes, blah, blah, blah. But he also disguises coverages, which we just saw. And then watch Brock Martin. Get 5-on-4. Israel Antoine's obviously the guy you're going to double team if you're Boise State. But it's Brock Martin here, one-on-one situation. What I love most, or one of my favorite traits about Brock Martin is his hands. You're gonna watch him here with a nice chop move, the speed move right around the edge, hits those arms hard, and then he goes, right? Watch that one more time. Got him, swats the arms down, and then he gets in, and Bachmeier has no chance. And when you're an offensive lineman, one of the things you're looking to do, get your hands on that defensive end, right? You're dropping back, obviously. You want to get your hands on him and not let him do things like that. But Martin just does a great job getting down or smacking the hands and gets around him.
You know what they always say, low man wins.
Right.
And Brock Martin got low to the point of he was almost on his knees. If you watch, he got low, went under the arms, then he got to the bank. It cost him later in the game. He got called for that roughing the passer penalty, but Brock Martin's really good at that, getting low and around the tackle, and that's kind of where he makes his living, is that speed, sliding the hands down and getting around, going low and getting around them, and kind of hitting your quarterback before the offensive lineman even knows what happened.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's just a great move here, one-on-one. And I love, in general, in his space, his short area burst. I think that's one of his more underrated traits as well. But yeah, you see the arms, the hands, and then he gets down. Great tackle. Or great sack, rather.
Well, thanks for joining us. This is the O'Colly Film Room. Chris Becker, Sudeep Tumma. We'll be back next week.